Hello everyone, this is Franz, and today is Monday, February 18th, 2019. It's President's Day, so in honor of that, I'm going to go ahead and say fuck the New World Order. I know that many of you have that same sentiment, so much love to all of you. In this video, I'm going to be addressing YouTube comment questions. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Catherine Davis asks me, are you seeking professional help? Yes, I am. I have tried to get the chip out. I am seeking medical and therapy, so I do have that under control. Next question. Actually, this is just a comment from Cheryl Hersha Beck, who is also a SRA survivor. And she reached out to me in the comment section, and I just want to say thank you so much, Cheryl, for reaching out to me, because I have seen one of the videos of your interview on Victoris Libertas TV. So I did email you, so please check that out. Another question is from Cindy Robertson. She says, I'm wondering what happened to your abusers/relatives. How did you find God? You know, I don't know what's going on with my abusers, my perpetrators, my relatives. I do wish them peace and safety, and I hope that they, turn to God and ask for forgiveness that way, because, forgiveness isn't really something that's on my heart at this moment. It's just not in the cards at this moment. However, I am extremely against vigilante justice, and I wish no harm on any of them, even my perpetrators. So there's that. And how did I find God? I don't think that I found God. I think that God found me. And I don't think that God ever left me. Like, there was a period of time between the age of 17 to 28 where I considered myself an agnostic atheist, because I demanded empirical evidence for everything, and I totally understand where non-religious people are coming from. Like, I love you guys. I love agnostics and atheists. And I guarantee you that it's much easier to find an agnostic or an atheist living the life of Christ and having a lot of integrity and really outstanding morals in their life than you will find in, the every Sunday and Wednesday night Bible study churchgoer. So, and I guarantee you that there's a lot of atheists in heaven. This is a question from Matt Berenger. Why did you say this occurred in June of 1994 in this video, but then said June of 1996 in your next video? One of my handlers was giving me not false information, because my mother was out of town in 1994 on a business trip in June. However, she was also out of town on a business trip in June of 1996. None of my handlers told me about the 1996 trip. However, she was gone in 1996. And also, my memories aligned up with 1996 because I was in kindergarten, and my memories were at that time. The day after, the morning after I was returned back to the Spring Valley, California house, I was sent to school the next day wearing a long-sleeved, thick corduroy dress and leggings in June. It was the last day, I think, of kindergarten, because then I remember being picked up from school that Friday by my father, and then my grandparents were at the La Mesa house to visit for the weekend. So it happened in 1996. The 1994 date was misleading due to one of my handlers giving me information. Someone asked, Kimberly Levy asked, why is the Freemason link on her video? I don't know. YouTube just puts Wikipedia links on videos. I can't remove them. I don't know how to remove them. Another thing that someone asked was, why is this under entertainment? I don't know. I'll try to see how I can fix that, but YouTube just has automatic settings on certain things. But I agree that my videos should not be put under the entertainment category, so I'm going to look into how to fix that. So, thank you for addressing that. Deidre McKenzie asks, I would like to know what was happening in your life at the time you get your repressed memories back. So when my repressed memories came back to me, it was in August, mid-August of 2018. It was about 2 weeks before the fall semester began, and I didn't know anything really about Freemasonry. Like, I knew that my grandfather's brother, he told me he was a Master Mason or Freemason, and I didn't really know anything about it, so I was just kind of researching the Illuminati and researching what exactly is Freemasonry. And then when I saw the photos of their aprons and all of the symbolism on their aprons, the tuxedos, the necklaces, all of the pendants, that was the triggering point for me. It was that visual trigger that unleashed the wave of memories. However, they didn't all come back to me in that instance. A lot of them did. However, a lot more memories came back as I just went over the memories in my head. So no, I was awake. I was, sitting at my desk. I think it was like in the afternoon time. So Indigo Twilight said, could you do a video on symptoms of SRA that people could look out for in loved ones or in themselves? Basically, it would just be the signs of abuse, and I definitely had them growing up. However, of course, I was in the care of a lot of people who are keeping this hush-hush, so of course, people aren't going to, do anything about it when they're your perpetrators. This was an interesting comment from Bliss921. She says, 7-year cop here. Never ever take a polygraph test. This goes for anyone, especially if you've suffered psychological abuse like MKUltra or have severe anxiety. They are highly subjective, way open to interpretation, and only measure reactions, not lies or deception, no matter what they tell you. Of course, a lot depends on the polygrapher. I'll leave it at that. I don't trust a lie detector test any more than I trust the IRS. Like, there is a reason why lie detector test results are not admissible in courts. They're not evidence. It's basically just a manipulative scare tactic, and I'll never take a polygraph test, and I don't need to, I don't want to, because I don't trust the people who are facilitating the test. It's just going to be some Freemason FBI cop. So another thing too, one of my handlers suggested that I undergo hypnosis, that I go to a hypnotist. Do not go to a hypnotist. Hypnotism is used to input information into your subconscious, not to find any information out. It's a way to mind control you. So do not do a polygraph test and do not undergo hypnosis treatment. Another question from Deidre McKenzie. I would like to know... Oh, wait. Just kidding. This was the other... I already answered that question. Let's see here. Richard Wagner asked me, do you know anything about this date, April 26th? It keeps flashing in my dreams and the color purple. Does this mean anything to you? Please? I'm so sorry, Richard Wagner, but I don't know what April 26th is about. I'm sorry. And then, let's see here. Someone named Just B. How on earth do you remember such a young age with such detail? Do you have memories from when you were 6 years old? Because I have memories from when I was an infant, crawling on the floor in our apartment. This was in 1990. There was an earthquake, and I remember being on the floor on my stomach on the red kind of darky orange shag carpet. I remember like the dark wood paneling. I remember what the apartment looked like when I was an infant because the earthquake happened, and that was a traumatic experience. So I have memories from when I was an infant. I have memories from being 2 years old at Disneyland and meeting Belle and Beauty and the Beast, and going to a playground, like a squishy green playground thing in Toontown. So yeah, I have a good memory. Let's see here. somebody asked me, I'm not going to say their name, but do you have someone you can trust to keep by your side? They asked me to not answer this question publicly. Like, yes, I have people that I trust and that I have on my side. And have you contacted any type of organizations that reach out to SRA survivors? I have not contacted any official organizations that deal with SRA survivors. However, I have been in touch with a couple of truth community YouTubers who are very active in exposing SRA testimonies and the truth. N/A asked me, Carly, do you know Jesus? Yes, I do. Thank you. Let's see here. KJRB69 asked, you stated you were on the news. What news? What was the news saying? Is it possible to contact that news station? So, what news? I don't know exactly which news station. I know that in San Diego, California in 1996, one of the major news outlets is called KUSI News. And I think it's one of the most popular local San Diego news stations. So it was reporting from the beginning of June in 1996. And I didn't watch the news when I was a little girl. I watched Disney movies, pretty much just Disney. Let's see the next question by Tony Buhager. Let's see here. Were you on Earth? Where on Earth did you find the guts to give that testimony? I don't really have a choice because what am I supposed to do? Just remain silent? As soon as my memories came back to me, I started doing research. And you know that everything is being monitored. Phones, emails, TVs, pretty much everything. So they knew that I was doing research. They knew that I had woken up to my repressed memories, and that's when the stalking started to intensify. And I knew that I was in danger, and I believe that I still am. However, I believe that speaking out against the evil in this world and speaking out against my perpetrators is far more important than any kind of worst case scenario that I can imagine for my own being. So, yeah, my courage comes from a place of love for giving the truth to humanity. The next question is from Cindy Moore, and this is a really common question from a lot of people is, how do we help? What can we do? You can't do this alone. A lot of people have also told me, how can I help you? Somebody even said they wanted to pay for my plane ticket to keep me safe or something. I don't trust strangers on the internet. There are very few people that I feel are credible to reach out to, which the credible people are usually other survivors of SRA, and I have a problem with accepting money from people and strangers because I don't want that to detract from my message. Lord knows I am very poor. I do not have a lot of resources. I am in the working poor class, and it's very difficult to save money. Money is something that would help me drastically. It would give me an outlet to get to a safer place. However, I just don't want to do anything to the integrity of my message, which is the most important thing. So at this point, no, I'm not going to start any sort of GoFundMe or Patreon. I'm going to, everything worth having, nothing worth having comes easy. So I'm just doing it the hard way. Debbie Ibrahim asks, how on earth did you manage to survive this ordeal? I really don't know. TLB with Ariana Love, how old were you when you were taken and raped the first time. I was 6 years old, 1996. AHR asks, why are they putting people on this? How? Why are neighbors involved? Why do people kidnap children and use them in satanic rituals? Because you need an innocent soul of a child to torture in order to summon a demon of Lucifer. The Luciferians, they feel that they get some sort of gratification and some sort of energy from drinking the adrenochrome-filled blood of children who have been tormented. Are neighbors involved? You know what? That's a really good question, because I have had instances of neighbors who are definitely not necessarily handlers, but they're part of the targeted stalking. And actually, a place that I lived at, one of the neighbors had a directed energy weapon, and whenever this neighbor knew that I was home and had like a light on from my window, there would be a directed energy weapon pointed directly at my room, and it was sort of this whooshing noise that would keep me up all night. And I could tell that it was a directed energy weapon because when I would move to other rooms, it wasn't there. It was only in my room. Let's see here. Can you contact me? I'm being really careful with the people who I choose to contact, which is like very, very few people at this point in time. I have thought of maybe getting like a Facebook or an Instagram or something. I have not been on Facebook in many, 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 many years. And I had an Instagram for a little while, mostly during the like 2016 campaign. However, I decided to delete that after it really sunk into me that, these elections are completely rigged, folks. We do not have any power as voters. Voting is futile, especially when, it's already been proven that people have the technology to sway the votes and manipulate that. The leaders of this country, all the politicians, it doesn't matter if they're left-wing or right-wing, it's two wings of the same messed up bird. And yeah, so when people have to pit each other, Republicans versus Democrats, it's just pure silly. It's these people are not awake yet. So Maluda asked me, can you show us x-rays proving you were chipped? If you were chipped, how come you haven't surgically removed to avoid them tracking you? If they can trace you, why haven't they done something now that you are exposing them? Can a polygraph exam prove your story? No, a polygraph exam cannot prove my story. Polygraph exams are not admissible in court because they are horribly flawed. Can you show us x-ray proving you were chipped? I'm going to talk about my attempts to get this out in a future video, so hold on to that because that's a different story for a different day. Let's see here. Another comment. Please add a GoFundMe link to your introduction. Extra money may help you stay extra safe. Yes, extra money would help me to stay safer and help me to relocate. However, I'm not doing that because I don't want to take away from the integrity of my message. Okay, Summer Love, is there any way that I can chat with you privately? I have a story that needs to get out, but I'm very scared of doing it wrong and making myself an easy target. Look, I don't have a way for the public to contact me because a lot of people who want to contact me do not want to contact me for good intentions. My best advice to you, if you have memories coming back to you of SRA abuse, come out on YouTube. You could even just hide your face and just speak about it. You could hide your identity. Like, I know that I am very courageous in the fact that I show my face. I tell people who I am, my name. Hackers already named my perpetrators, so that's why I felt inclined to go ahead and give a full, detailed testimony about the locations of everything that happened. And I know that some people do not have the ability to disclose who they are because they have families and loved ones and that might be affected, husbands and children and coworkers. So I would say just do what you can. Just be smart about it, depending on your situation in life. So here's a question from Kim Brown. Let's see here. Will they ever allow you to move on with your life, get out and just be yourself? Are they upset with you for making these videos? You know, yes, they are upset with me for making these videos. My perpetrator, my handlers have told me that, oh, you need to take down your videos. Stop making videos. Take down your videos. But I can't be manipulated by them anymore. So, yeah, they know that now. Will they ever allow you to move on with your life? Cheryl Hersha put it best, where being an SRA survivor is a double-edged sword. You're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. If you don't speak out, you have to live with the guilt of all of the horrible things that you've seen done to other children. And I believe that speaking out does them justice, in a sense. Not any sort of real physical justice, however, a spiritual justice, like an honor to them to speak out about what I witnessed. All right. Kim Brown asks, do your handlers know that you are making these videos, and do you know where your handlers are? Yes, I know who my handlers are. I know where they are, and they know that I'm making videos. They obsess over my videos. They watch everything. That's about all of the questions that I want to address for the moment today. So if you have any more questions, I'll try to address them in future videos. I'm still going to address my whole situation with trying to get the chip out of my arm and the really not fun things that I've encountered with that. So, yeah, I'll get on that soon. But anyways, as always, I'm not asking anyone for money. I do ask that people remain civil and have empathy and compassion in their comments, because there is way too much negativity and hate in this world, for real. Especially against people who have the courage to speak out against this kind of really, really sick abuse. So with that being said, as always, I love you all, and stay safe, and keep your loved ones safe, and bless you all. Peace out.